Hello everybody, Marcus Brown here with MLC CAD Systems, and I'd like to take you through some of the enhancements in drawings in 2023 and talk about how to leverage these to speed up your work. So the first thing I like about 2023 is that basically everywhere you go, you're going to be able to open up the drawing directly without having to open up the model first. So I want to open up this Power Pack assembly. In the past I might have had to open the assembly and then choose open drawing. I could just skip that process and go directly there from the BOM, just like I normally would from if that file was open in its own session. Furthermore, if I come in here and I click on a view and expand out the feature tree over here in the drawing view, I can find a component and I can right click it here and open that drawing. If this is an assembly document, I can right click on the component out in the graphics area, open that drawing. So you can see how easy it is to sort of work with your project or work through your drawings without having to have a lot of models open. If I tile these files, see how it comes out in nice quadrants and it tiles neatly without having any parts out here, right? I'm in the middle of doing drawings. I don't want to have to work with any parts to keep my progress going. So this just makes it super easy. I'm going to close these out. This is a nice keyboard shortcut for some people to set. So close all. If you set that up, if you're somebody that does a lot of reviews, open a lot of drawings just to take a look at them, that'll kind of save you quite a bit of time. I'm going to open up another drawing. This time it has a bill of materials that I want to inspect. Now this bill of materials, if you take a look at it, it has an extra row in here. It looks like people might have been modifying the values. If you click inside the BOM, check this out, it highlights in a different color any value that's been overridden, and that can be changed. So if you want to change that to maybe a more alarming color, come down here to Colors, go to Drawing, skipped it, Drawings, Modified Cells in the BOM. And so I could change that to something like red because we don't want people changing these values. We want them to change the model directly so that every time from now on it's automatically correct. Same with these quantities. This 4 right here, I really don't like it being overridden. I'd like the model to be accurate and those changes to be reflected in the BOM. So we'll just restore that value and it goes right back to the way it was, and I can kind of go through and make sure to fix all of these to get them completely true. Let's go ahead and add this extra item. We've already created another row, so I'll go and create some lithium grease and just hit the tab key, and that allows you to go from the next, from field to field, and you don't even have to sort of double click. You can just go start typing in the field and it will create it and fill it in for you. So if I was to create some balloons for this bill of materials, right, I could come in and add a balloon. We'll do an auto balloon command to just get everything that's visible out of this bill of materials over here. Now, I want to be able to make it easy to read. So it already has a nice organization structure where it's using magnet lines for these annotations. I want to add a quantity modifier. So just check that box and it turns them on for every single one of these. Now that's not exactly what I want, but that's a really good start. I can fix it from there. So I'm going to grab these guys and just kind of expand them out, give them a little bit more space. Another way to give them more space is because you can kind of see the quantity modifiers are kind of getting in the way. I'm going to just take away all of the quantity modifiers that say there's only one of them. Because if it's not specified, I think 1x is probably a reasonable assumption. So I will turn off that quantity modifier. That gives me a little more space. A couple other things I might do to get some more space is grab these two, and I can just push the quantity modifier to the top. If I'm going to grab this one and bring it down, make myself just a little more space over there on the side, I can then grab these, with a simple box select, and turn those to the bottom. Now this is totally a preference thing, but it does a nice job, and utilizing magnet lines and these customizations in the BOM and balloons really is going to save you time and get you a nice, really nice looking drawing. Let's do some more stuff with the bill of materials. This happens to me quite a bit where I create a drawing of the top level assembly, but the bill of materials is just too big for the sheet. Usually the reason I'm building this bill of materials at the top level is because I want to show some subset of the full assembly. So for example, if this is going to be a set of parts that I'm going to go buy, I want to give this to the purchasing agent to buy. I can come up here to these filters. Looks a lot like filtering in tables in Excel, but basically I turn off all of the make parts, the only thing left is buy, and now I've got a nice bill of materials ready to go for the purchasing department. I could make a copy of this sheet, right, and then create another one for parts that need to be made. And now I could send that over to the shop and have them start working on all the fabricated components. If I want to take this further, I could change the part number or break that down based on the parts. So you can see there's an 0407, there's a 2506, a 2706. In our part numbering scheme, a 250 at the beginning represents one specific shop. They need to get a jump on this. They've requested for a bill of materials that shows only the things they need to worry about. For this, I could search for 250 and select individually all of the various different items. But instead, I'm going to do a custom filter. And this applies the filter to the whole column automatically, so I don't have to individually select things. So I want the part number to begin with 250, right? Because if 250 was in there somewhere and I did a contains, that may not filter it just the way I want it. And then you could do some and or if you need to. But there we go. This is the perfect bill of materials for that one department. Furthermore, notice that the balloons are filtering based on what is being visible in the bill of materials. So it's giving you that clarity really quickly and easily. And if you've decided you've filtered too many times or you want to get it all back, a simple right click and you can clear all filters from the top level and restore the entire bill of materials as well as all the balloons super quick and easy. Let's do one more. And in this one, I'm going to talk about a part that has some transparency to it. So this is a pressure gauge, and we went ahead and in the model, we modeled up the pressure gauge dials underneath this glass lens, right? Well, I can't see it because this part, although it's going to be glass, is still opaque currently. So I got a couple ways I could do this. I could change its transparency just with the change transparency dialog, or I could come over here and maybe grab a glass appearance, and that would have a transparency applied with it too. But whatever I do, it gives me transparency in the model, but when I come back, technically this is a solid object and those lines on the dial are hidden lines, and I'm in hidden lines removed, so it can't see them. I used to work around this by doing something like shaded or shaded with edges, but I don't want to create a color drawing with something that's going to be hard to print, right? I still want this to be a hidden lens removed technical drawing that's going to give me the detail I'm looking for. So a new option to see through transparent components makes it possible for me to go ahead and add that transparency and see the part more realistically. If I go ahead and create another view, let's put this front view out here, you'll notice that that setting was not set for that new drawing view. So it's actually a document property that you can set. Let's delete this and let's go change our drawing template. Your document properties, detailing, we want to say see through transparent components in hidden lines removed, hidden lines visible. This option now for this drawing will make sure that all views in this drawing come in just the way I like it. So if this is something that you do a lot of and you'd like that to be global, go into your templates and make that change and maybe change the color of the bill of materials modified cells, and then you'll be able to kind of more quickly get your work done. I hope these enhancements help you and your work to be much more efficient, a lot less clicks. If you need additional assistance either with setting up your templates or streamlining anything else involved in your drawing operations, give us a call. We'd love to help you out.